I know you've seen a lot of people on YouTube making videos and making mad money, right? And you also want to be in that category of people, right? So now you want to know, how do you start? What do you do? Well, first you need to know a little bit of background about all those people that you see on YouTube who are doing really, really well, okay? It consists of hard work and dedication. And believe me, it did not come overnight. And the people who come and tell you, oh, I have one YouTube channel and it's a success, and I did another one just to see if I could do it, and I do it, guess what? They tried with their first channel, they struggled, but they understood the system, right? Over a period of time, they learned it. They understand what YouTube requires. And based on trial and error, those people are now able to actually incorporate a foolproof system. So whether they have 2 or 3 channels, now they know exactly what YouTube is looking for. Their experience of making videos, of doing their thumbnails, of researching titles and topics and keywords and all that stuff, believe me, they have done it all. It is not just an overnight thing. These people have done their research. So don't listen to them when they tell you, oh, I have one channel and I have 1 million views, and then I have another one and then I have like 500,000 subscribers. Guys, it's experience. The term says experience teaches wisdom, right? So now I'm talking to you as a small YouTuber or as someone who wants to become a new YouTuber. Guys, it's a challenge, but do not give up. You can actually make it. Again, it takes hard work and dedication to get where you want to go. Think of YouTube just like a regular job, because in actuality, being a YouTuber, you're now becoming self-employed, which means you're now putting even more work and more effort than you would do on a regular 9 to 5 job working for someone else. Behind the scenes of people who are self-employed, you know what they do? They work more hours than the average person who comes in at 9 and leave at 5, right? They get little sleep. They have to be thinking and strategizing of how to make money. They have to think about their employees or subcontractors, depending on the kind of business, how they can make them produce, how they can keep them happy, how they can keep them from stealing or jeopardizing the work. Or if it's a business that has to do with clients, they have to think about how to train their workers so that when they deal with the clients don't go to find somebody else, but the clients actually stick with them. A lot of stuff goes into being a business owner, being a self-employed individual. So the first thing you need to do is to get your mind right, and you need to understand what the job entails. Guys, being a YouTuber is not easy, but is it possible? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. So let's get into actually becoming a YouTuber. Now, the first thing you need to decide is, what kind of YouTuber do you want to be? What are your attributes? What are your assets? What are you good at, right? And what can you do comfortably and effortlessly, right? So that it doesn't feel like it's work to you. A lot of people come on YouTube, and most of it is either you're going to entertain, okay? So if you're an entertainer, a comedian, you can do that. People are going to laugh. People are going to love you. People will want to watch you, right? Another thing is, are you going to educate people, right? And by educating them, you are teaching them something. So what are your skills? What do you do? What interests you that people will want to follow you? What do you have to offer, right? That's something that you need to think about. That's if you're teaching someone something, right? And then the other thing is, if you are just imparting information out there, right? That's another way. For example, if you want to talk about relationship, the ups and downs of relationships, that is something that you can do, right? And then the other one has to do with you putting your personal life out there, right? Your life is actually what you are selling. That's your selling point. So those are like the four things that I talked about. So I'm going to try to go over them again. The first thing is you could be an entertainer, right? The second thing would be education. What can you teach someone, right? The third one would be to share information with other people. And then the fourth thing has to do with your personal life, where you make your life all about your channel, just your everyday stuff that you do, and you actually invite your fans, your subscribers to be part of your daily life, right? So that's the first step. Determine what you can offer. And most importantly, you want to do something that feels effortlessly to you. Okay? Now, once you have established that, then you got to figure out how you are going to do that. And in terms of how you are going to do that, has to do with you determining the time you have available. First of all, if you are an adult, you should have some form of responsibility, right? So you may have bills to pay. So it's logical that you may have a job. And if you do have a job, now you have to strategize what time of day you are going to set apart to make your videos so that you can grow your channel. You can't just put out one video and expect that, okay, 1 million people are going to watch it. It doesn't happen like that. For most people, becoming successful as a YouTuber has to do with time. Little by little, it's a process, right? They have something on YouTube they call the algorithm, right? So if you start posting your videos gradually over time, if your videos are good, of course, the algorithm will pick up on it, and with that, your views will shoot. It will skyrocket. And that's how you hear a lot of YouTubers talk about, overnight success, because what happened is they kept on putting in the work, releasing 2 videos or 3 videos per week, right? And they probably do it for 1 or 2 years, and just out of the blue, they just start getting so many views, and it is unbelievable. And getting the views mean they start making money, which I am sure a lot of you, that's what you're looking forward to doing. You wanna skyrocket so that you can also start making money. And there is nothing wrong with that, right? Because I am actually doing the same thing. So there's nothing wrong with that. I have a regular job, but I do YouTube as a secondary source of income, which is really, really good. Have you heard the term never put all your eggs in one basket? No, you need to diversify. So you may have people who are doctors, and when they do get their pay, they don't just put it in the bank. They invest that money into real estate, buying houses, becoming investors, right? They may use it to open up a restaurant. They're diversifying their income so that they can make money. They may also invest it in something as simple as stocks and bonds, just something to grow your money. Because guys, getting your money and depositing it into the bank doesn't do anything for you. So you definitely don't want to do that. Now, I'm not saying that the bank is a bad thing. You definitely need to have a savings account and a checking account so you can pay your bills, and to have your regular little savings, which is like your cash flow, your liquid cash, right? So if anything happens and you want to reach for some cash, you got it. The bank is right there. But the majority of your money, it needs to be invested in something where you're getting a return on your money. That's what you should be striving for. With YouTube, that is a beautiful, beautiful thing, because YouTube is what you call more like residual income, right? So this is income that you're getting pretty much. You go to sleep, you wake up the next day, 100 people may have watched your videos, or 1,000 or 25,000 people may have watched your video, in a day or two. And with that, ching ching, you're getting money from YouTube. So if you are interested in becoming a YouTuber, you got to know you have to put in the work. But guess what? It's going to pay out at the end. You just have to keep pushing and pushing, okay? So we've covered what you need to do as to determine what kind of YouTuber you're going to be. We also talked about the YouTubers who are successful and what they did. Don't look at them as an overnight success, because they actually started just like you're starting now. At some point they started and they started seeing that, okay, this is something that I can do, and they kept on going. But the important thing in all these scenarios is that they did not stop. They kept on going, and that's what you need to do. So after you've done all those things, the first thing you need to do is make a video on what you decide you want to do, what your strong suits are, what seems effortless to you. Make a video. Start by using your cell phone. You don't need to go out and buy a camera. You don't need any big equipment or anything. You just need your phone, and you also need a phone holder, right? So you need to get one of those tripods that can hold your phone while you're doing the video recording. While I am doing this video right now, do you know what I am using as my tripod? Just a phone stand, right? You know, the little stuff you put on your desk at home or at work just to hold your phone. That's what I'm using right now. So it all depends on the level where you want your phone to be, but you need to have something that makes sense, that will hold your phone so it's not shaking and moving and all that stuff. Once you have those two things, guys, you have everything you need to start. So you record your video, right? Now the next thing you're going to need to do is to edit your video. And to edit your video, you will need a software. Now I have an iPhone, so I know about iMovie that comes with my phone. And believe it or not, I use iMovie to edit my videos because I find it to be very easy. I have downloaded other editing software and I tried using it, and it's just taking me in all kind of directions that I'm not happy with. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just stick to the evil I know. But someday I know I'm going to dedicate myself to learning how to use them and to use them effectively, right? So that my videos can be more in your face. Don't worry, I will get there someday. But I'm telling you guys, this is the roadmap that you need. So you're going to learn how to cut, you're going to learn how to duplicate, you're going to learn how to add music. Your software is going to give you a little bit of instruction as to what to do. Worst case scenario, if the software you download doesn't have all that stuff, Google it, right? Or watch other YouTube videos on what software people use, and there are videos on how to actually edit a video. So there's a lot of information out there, guys. Just do some research. In any event, once you have edited your video, you just need to make sure you play it all the way through, just so that you can hear everything, okay? Don't try to get ahead of yourself and, okay, I edited it, everything is all good. No, you need to prove what is on that video all on your own. You need to listen to it because you need to know what other listeners out there are going to be seeing and what they're going to be hearing, right? You want to make sure that your video makes sense. Now, to be honest with you, your first video or 2 or 10 are going to be crap. It's a given. It's going to happen. It's going to be crap, okay? Because it's new to you and you are just learning. And guess what, guys? That is okay. It's fine. That's fine. Because when you get to a certain point where you've learned more about editing and, you know, making better videos and stuff like that, when you get to that point, you're going to be saying to yourself, wow, I can't believe I made a video like that. And that is how you know that you are growing, because your mind is so much more advanced with information now versus where you started from, you're able to see the difference. You're able to pinpoint the mistakes you made in your initial videos, right? So that is just a way of you knowing that you are growing or that you have grown from where you began. So that's a good thing. Now, after you've posted your first video, you are going to be keeping your fingers crossed and hoping and wishing and wondering. And like most people, including myself, you may get 0 views or 1, maybe 5, okay? And it stays at that number for days, for weeks, for months, maybe even a year. Yes, guys, it does happen. I have a few videos that I've done like 2 years ago, and my views are still at like 86. 2 years and my views have not advanced from 86. Why? Because my video, it's either it's not very good, but more than likely it's because they did not get the exposure at the time, right? Because the algorithm did not pick up on it, or maybe my topic is not a well-searched topic. So because of those reasons, that video is stagnant. It didn't make it in the cut. And these are the things that will start happening to you. And that's when now you start gaining even more knowledge of knowing, okay, this video works on YouTube. This video does not work. This topic is good on YouTube. This topic does not work. And from there, you could kind of try figuring out what kind of topics you are going to be bringing across. When you do your research, you're going to see that this video is number 1, or this is one of the most searched topics and stuff like that that people are looking for on YouTube. As you get into it, guys, you're going to learn more. But I'm just giving you a little summary as to what you're going to expect. So again, your first video is probably going to be a downer. It's going to be crap, but that's okay. Make another crappy one. Make a second crappy video, right? And just keep going. What you're doing at this point in time when you're making the crappy videos is that you are learning. But as little as it seems, you are actually building exposure on YouTube, because YouTube, of course, has a timestamp. It's going to show that you started making videos in June of 2023 or December 2020, whatever the date is, it's going to show. And it's going to have how many videos you make per week or per month. And all these things actually add up on YouTube, okay? They all add up to you either being successful or not. So guys, if you start making videos that don't cut it and you don't learn from it, then at that point I would tell you YouTube is not for you, okay? But if you learn from it, or if you ask questions, if you research, guys, you can do it, okay? So just keep pushing through. Do not give up. Don't ever give up. I know that some of you may have family members or friends, and they're trying to tell you that, hey, you're not going to be successful. You don't have what it takes, you know? But guys, your personality has to shine through your videos. So don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. No. They are doubters and they are haters, and you don't need them in your life. You have set a goal for yourself, right? And your goal is that you want to be a successful YouTuber. So now you know that you have to do everything it takes to become successful. And I know that you can do it, because I had to tell myself the same thing. I had people who did not believe in me, people who didn't think I was going to make it, or that I can do it, or that YouTube is a waste of time. It's not a serious thing. But guys, YouTube is social media. And so you have a lot of people who still are not on board. You know, they still don't understand social media and how it works. But it's a very powerful tool. And guess what? With technology and everything increasing every day, social media is one of the best things, okay, out there. You need to learn it. If you're not in social media, you're not doing anything, because it is now the way of the world. So you just have to grow with it. You just have to understand. So again, you're going to have people in your life who are going to be doubtful that you can do it and that you can make it. So what I would suggest that you do, if you have those people in your life, is start your YouTube channel, post your videos, don't tell them anything. Maybe you want to wait until you get monetized, right? Meaning you have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. After you get monetized, now you can actually tell them whatever point in your YouTube success ladder that you want to invite them in and say, hey, I'm on YouTube, then you do that, but do it at a pace that you are comfortable with, right? Do it at a time when you know that they can't influence you anymore, right? Because you're confident in making your videos. You have found yourself. You have found your calling on YouTube as to what matters to you. You have found the videos and the topics and the things that are effortless to you. So now nobody can try to undermine you or try to make you feel as if you can't do it, because you have done it all by yourself, all on your own without them knowing, and you got monetized, right? You're getting your subscribers, you're getting your watch hours. That tells you that your videos are getting good, okay? So just keep doing that. With time, everything is going to happen. For some people within 6 months, for some within a year. They're toiling and toiling, but at the end of it, those who stay the course, they are the ones who come back with a success story and say, hey, I was on YouTube for 2 years before I even got monetized, you know? But guess what? They didn't give up and they became successful. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know how you feel about this video. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe. And guys, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Peace.